Yo, just acting. What's going on, people? So, I've been checking out the JBP, Joe Budden, and there's been a lot of talk around Mark Lamont Hill going viral, completely roasting ish, going off and hobbling away, upset that Mark has totally destroyed his points. Interesting stuff, quite funny stuff. I mean, I take a different view. I think Mark is in the wrong. I think Mark's in the wrong, personally. Mark Lamont Hill, known in the black grassroots as Mark Lamont Shill, because of all his shilling for the Democrats he used to do. Um, he's not got the best name or the best reputation amongst the grassroots black people in America. You know, the ones that speak up for black folks. He's not got the best name for him. He worked for CNN for years, or I think he was a pundit and then he was a host, and he really tethered on the line of, "Are you serious, Mark? Are you serious?" And he used his intellectual prowess to kind of justify a lot of his nonsensical points when it came down to race. He excluded the whole racism being part of the culture, part of the blood there. He forgot all of that. He just started talking from like everybody's equal. Basically, I'll play a little bit for you. Listen to what he's talking. Listen to what he says. Like, they were saying, did the police use excessive force? Like, obviously, duh. They killed her when she gave up. Did they use excessive force? They killed her when she gave up. If it wasn't, this question wouldn't even be part a thing. Why would they even ask this? Did she use excessive force? Why would they need to ask that? Why? Why would they need to ask that? Because obviously they did. And Mark is there talking all that shilling. This is the problem. This is the issue I think Ish has with Ice. He's like, "Yeah, I know you're wrong. I just can't explain how you're wrong. That's his issue. Listen
Sunday
to
morning
what Mark says.
quarterbacking, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, Ben. Quick,
Here's,
before I get him out, Ben.
gotta look. You
We
gotta
need
look at
some
where
Monday
this happened. Though.
We
This
need
is
some Mark.
On Hill. In your head there. Do you feel
Go on.
my instinctive reaction yesterday was once I knew more about this woman was okay. Wow, this maybe didn't need to happen. You didn't need to shoot her dead. What is your reaction now
Right.
we know so much more?
knowing so much more makes it more complicated, and it makes my heartstrings get tugged a little bit. But the police didn't have the benefit of knowing this woman's history, her background. They didn't even know whether or not she had a gun. So I won't put that burden on the police. What I will say, though, as Mark O'Mara said, is that there are moments where the police reasonably could have thought their lives were in danger. If at the moment you no longer think your life is in danger, you don't get a chance to shoot. So what I say is we need to investigate this. We need to dig further. I'm not willing to
This
give
guy.
the police the benefit of the doubt without investigation, but I'm also not willing to say the police did anything wrong just yet. And some of you are saying, I think, Ben.
Do you hear what I'm saying? Though? This is the problem. This is what I'm saying. At the height of all of these racial killings and all the racial tension, this guy's talking about, "I don't think she did anything wrong. I don't think the police did. I can't say. I just can't call it. I don't know. I just, because benefit of the doubt and blah, 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 blah." This is what I'm trying to say. So he's been doing that a lot, especially when it came down to racial issues. So the black grassroots, they called him out a long time. You just go and listen. Go listen to old school Tariq, not new school Tariq, old school Tariq Nasheed, Professor Black Truth, the Black Author. Come on, even good old Boyce Watkins, even him. But he's not got the best name, so I think that's the main issue. And Mark knows what he's doing. He's come in there. He's watched the show. He knows these guys' opinions, right? I'm not going to say they're morons, okay? But they're not exactly the smartest, all right? All of them. Their opinions are very vague and basic and subjective, which is fine, okay? Mark knows this, and he's come in trying to quiz people, trying to get them to clarify their thoughts. You know they can't clarify their thoughts. Most people can't clarify their thoughts. And I've realized this the hard way. Because, you just ask people questions and they go insane. You just ask, why? Like, why do you, what? Just ask questions and people lose their nuts. They just go insane. And it's just a series of questions. And what you're trying to do, Mark, is embarrass Ish because Ish comes out with he puts himself out there. Yes, rightly or wrongly, Ish puts himself out there. He throws himself out there. Like, yeah, I'm Ish. This is what I think. And yeah, his views are not always the best. Okay, I don't agree with him most of the times. I think what you're talking about Ish, but he's saying something. He's keeping the show going. You've come in with your why do you think that then? Well, and do you have any evidence of that? What studies? How can you? Where's your supporting evidence for that? You can't do that, Mark, because these guys are just chatting, man. They're just chatting on the pod. You've come in with you know what you're doing. You're purposely trying to embarrass them. That's what you're doing. Because you're smart enough to know what you're doing isn't right. You've taught, you've been a professor, you've gone and we've debated. You have an academic history, a very strong one, powerful one. Hats off to you. So don't come into this podcast with Queen's Flip. Queen's Flip. Ice, and Ish and Mel talking about clarify your thoughts. They're not going to clarify nothing. Relax. You're doing them dirty, Mark. You know what you're doing. You're doing a wronging. You know what you're doing, Mark. So what I'll say to you, Mark, is stop it. Relax, fall back, play the game. Because you were playing the game on CNN. You were playing the game there. You didn't come out saying, nah, man, that was racist. They shot her because they were upset that they didn't get her. They evaded her. They couldn't stop her. And when she gave up, they thought, nah, man, we're not having it. Pat, pat, pat. You'll probably get off. Pat, pat, pat. Of course they were in the wrong. But Mark goes, there's Mark, well, we don't know because they didn't know if she had a gun or if she... What are you talking about, man? When they do know if someone's got a gun, they don't go nowhere. They leave it. So what are you talking about? They don't know if they had a gun. Mark all justifying it. So this is the problem. That's the problem. This is why he had a bad rap back in the day. Now, since he's supported, he's supporting like certain Palestine. He's got a lot of love from the pro-Palestinian groups, and he's being kicked off certain platforms because of his views and lost his job because, of that support. So now he's kind of within the black atmosphere again, and he's trying to reinvent himself, and he's doing a great job of it because now he's like the intellectual god amongst these normal folks who just happen to know Joe Budden and get on a podcast. Come on, you're doing them dirty, Mark. Stop it, Mark. Stop it, all right?